journey, recalling all those golden times of childhood. It's a very emotional experience for me. My parents' generation was a middle class family, having financial resources barely adequate to meet up the requirements. The family moved to Kanpur in 1950s after the partition of India. They finally settled in Amritsar. My Tayaji, Shri S.K. Kaliaji, started working extremely hard right from the age of 16. My father excelled in education but suffered from immense financial constraints in life, which hampered his academic prospects. But he worked extremely hard all through his life and is continuing to do so far more than anyone else in our family. So, on a cold, rainy evening in December 1974, my father arrived in Palampur with an assignment to establish an extension center of the Regional Research Laboratory, Jammu. So, arriving at Palampur, he connected with the respected Patel family, who gave the space to that extension center and also a place to live adjacent to their residence in Bandlati Estate. In April 1975, my father got married and my mother arrived in Palampur. She had lost her mother in early childhood and was raised by her two elder sisters, Mrs. Ramesh Sharma ji and Mrs. Usha Sharma ji, in Suliali, Nurpur. My mother often recalls, and I quote, I arrived empty-handed in Palampur and revered Mataji Srimati Satyavati Patel ji, respected mother of Shri Brij Bihari Lal Patel ji, showered her blessings and always treated her as her own daughter-in-law. So whenever my mother remembers those days, she has tears of gratitude in her eyes, and she always says that I got blessings from Mataji, and because of that I've got so much in life. Saurabh was born in 1976 and got a nickname Naughty, as the doctor told my mother, Mrs. Kalia, your son is very naughty. But as he grew up, he turned out to be the reliable person in the family. Our childhood blossomed in an environment where resources were extremely limited. And I would like to quote, there was a Patel family jeep which occasionally was deputed to pick the kids of the family. So this luxury was extended to all the kids in the neighborhood, and whenever we were in that jeep, it used to give us a very royal feeling that we have a jeep ride. And otherwise, like, our school journey was mostly on foot, and my father used to give us ride on his scooter with me standing in the front and Saurabh sitting behind, and our school bags tucked behind on our back. This site, Mrs. Pankaj Sodhi always recalls that we both brothers were on a scooter. So, as the time went on, Saurabh completed his class 10th and from the DAV Public School, Palampur, and was fortunate to continue his next 2 years at Kendriya Vidyalaya, Palampur. This transition proved to be deeply influential in shaping him. The sight of an army officer in uniform always fills one with pride and excitement. For Saurabh, studying at Kendriya Vidyalaya, Holta became a turning point. It gave him a chance to witness the army and its way of life very up close. After school, he would often share his experience with me and would tell me that KV has not given him education and friends, it has given him a purpose of life, a mission to serve the nation and join the armed forces. His words, Asli Zindagi Fauj mein hai, civil life by its nature has too many perfections. So, late Shri Kunj Bihari Lal Patel ji, elder brother of Shri Brij Bihari Lal Patel ji, with his generous heart, wished that my father should settle in Palampur. So, he personally selected a piece of land and marked it for my father, and he presented it to my mother as his Ashirwad in 1978 when I was born. So on that very land, we built a very small house, and in 1988 we moved in that house. So It was a moment of immense pride and joy for us to step into our own house. Those sentiments refreshed again when Shri Brij Bihari Lal Patel ji got to know about Saurabh's desire that someday we would ask Lalaji, as everyone fondly addresses him in Palampur, for the land opposite to our house. So in 2010, he ensured to earmark that land for us. This is their warmth and compassion showered upon us, for which we remain profoundly grateful. So in early 90s, Saurabh was around 15 years old, and he was fascinated by Shanta Kumarji as Chief Minister. In his second term, he came up with no work, no pay. So as kids, we didn't understood the intricacies and details of what the decision is, but he was very appreciative of the personality of a person that requires such a strength in political life to take such disciplined, harsh decisions. So after finishing his school at KV, Saurabh aspired to pursue MBBS, but he was unable to clear the entrance exam. So he chose to pursue his graduation in the Agriculture University Palampur, and he earned a merit scholarship and began quietly preparing for the CDS exam. Clearing CDS was a name which was shared by a couple of his friends in the college and in our group. Two friends are now colonel rank officers. One is a banker at a very senior position, is presently posted in Kenya, and two other friends in our group are at senior positions in multinational corporations. One of our friends, Mr. Gaurav Kotiala, he was in Pune. He cancelled all his assignments and has taken time to attend this function. So our group, the college group, is represented very nicely today. Saurabh was very fond of sleeping, and he quietly cleared the CDS exam in his first attempt and appeared for SSB at Allahabad. Allahabad bears a reputation for being a rejection center. So nevertheless, he successfully cleared his SSB, though a few medical observations, heart murmuring and tonsils were noted. For our friends in the group, they lightened up the situation and said like कि heart murmuring, हम सब मर के ही जी रहे हैं, तो heart murmuring क्या है? So after that tonsil surgery and raising up appeals, he went to AFMC Pune and got his final clearance from R&R Hospital in Delhi. And now he was all set to begin his journey as a gentleman cadet at the Indian Military Academy. So at the IMA, the batch had already started and he joined with a delay of a couple of weeks. So in the academy, he got a buddy, a person with a golden heart, Colonel Satyesh Yadav. So we're fortunate to have him here with us today. The two together sailed the IMA's 103 batch, with Saurabh having additional luxury of enjoying Mathura ke pede when family members of Colonel Yadav visited IMA. So there's another course mate close to our hearts, Brigadier Shalak Pun. He's also present here. So three buddies formed a very close bond at the IMA as they all got delayed arrival in the IMA. So they have their own stories to tell. Colonel Yadav will address some few words today. So in 1999, immediately after Saurabh's sacrifice, Mr. Sumesh Yadav, brother of Colonel Satyesh, wrote us a letter describing his family's connection with Saurabh. And in reference to his delayed joining at IMA, he mentioned, and I quote, "Everyone was hoping and expecting his dropping by one term, but he was such an extraordinary child that no one could stop him clearing the course in the shortest possible duration." So after completing the training at IMA, Saurabh was commissioned in the 4 Jat Regiment, which was deployed at the Kargil sector. December 1998 was the last time he was in Palampur. And for those 15 days, he was all around the places. He visited the Sodhi family at Nagrota and got blessings and gifts from Revered Mrs. Veena Sodhi ji, mother of Mr. Jitendra Sodhi ji. She has been source of blessings and wisdom for us. Her influence and blessings remain deeply etched in our hearts forever. From there, Saurabh left for Amritsar on 30th December 1998 to report at Jat Regiment, Bareilly, Regiment Center at Bareilly. So he met family members at Amritsar and was hosted dinner by Mrs. Geeta and Mr. Raman Gupta ji. So Mrs. Geeta Gupta packed a lot of Amritsar delicacies, and with Saurabh very fond of eating good food, so he enjoyed it in Bareilly. Before leaving Palampur, Saurabh signed a few blank checks from his checkbook and handed them over to my mother saying, "Do not ever worry about money now, your son is an officer." Those checks remained uncashed forever. So at Amritsar railway station, when he was to go to Bareilly, my mother still didn't trust faith in her son's ability to sacrifice his sleep and was very worried. So she instructed Saurabh that you wake up on time and get down at Bareilly. Don't sleep in your style, that you wake up way ahead and you reach Lucknow. To which Saurabh smiled and said, "माँ तुम देखना, एक दिन ऐसा काम कर जाऊंगा कि सारी दुनिया में मेरा नाम होगा." And with that he directed me with firm authority, saying, "तू मेरी माँ का ध्यान रखना." So he has entrusted me with the responsibility to take care of my parents. In 1999, month of May, anxiety gripped us when the news broke of missing Jat patrol led by Captain Kalia. We repeatedly visited Holta Cant for the updates, where Lieutenant Colonel A.K. Punj, SSO, compassionately reassured us while making every effort to seek information from Udhampur. Shri Shanta Kumar ji, the then Union Minister, informed Defence Minister George Fernandes about the missing young officer from Palampur, and soon came the confirmation which turned our world upside down. Saurabh was missing in action, followed by a return of 6 bodies from Pakistan. The dreams of family lay shattered in the harsh reality of war. As a young boy, Saurabh once innocently asked his mother, after seeing a funeral where everyone was dressed in white, "Mummy, why everything white at a funeral? Shouldn't death be colorful?" So little did anyone know Saurabh himself was destined to receive a hero's welcome, one filled with colors and honor in Palampur. When his mortal remains were returned on 9th June 1999, they arrived at military helipad before an assembly of thousands of people. The coffin draped in tricolor carried him through a funeral procession marked by deep collective grief. And immediately after that, there came a huge paperwork that was required to be done. So Colonel Punj deputed Major A.K.S. Charan to the task. Major Charan meticulously prepared all the documents and visited every office along with us. Without their assistance, it would have been very difficult for us to manage everything. Shri Shanta Kumar ji, learning about Saurabh's deep affection for the area near Newgall Bridge, dedicated an upcoming nature park in his honor, naming it Saurabh Van Vihar. Today, the park features a statue at the very stone which Saurabh claimed, "This is my place." And also, there is a depiction of Kargil scene, a display of Shantaji's emotional connection with the Kargil war impacting his hometown. The park is managed by the Forest Department, Government of Himachal Pradesh. It stands as one of the prime attractions to the visitors in the region. So in 1999, destiny bound together 3 families of Palampur, families of Captain Vikram Batra, Paramveer Chakra, who was deeply moved and angered by treatment given to an officer from his hometown, and Major Sudhir Walia, Ashok Chakra, with whom we share an additional bond, the Four-Jat connection. Both these brave officers entered the Kargil war with a personal resolve to avenge Saurabh's death. Saurabh's immediate senior officer, Captain Amit Bhardwaj in the unit, spoke to his sister Sunita Didi about a junior officer joining Four-Jat. Little did he know that both officers were tasked by the destiny to repay the debt of the motherland in Kargil. Captain Bhardwaj laid down his life searching for Saurabh. Where does one gets a bond run so deep that one's own life takes a back seat? It is only possible in the Indian Armed Forces. We are so fortunate to have Army Chief General Malik visit our house in Palampur in 1999. During that visit, General Malik said to the media, "It was Saurabh's sacrifice which awoke the whole sleepy nation." For the compassion, pride and support expressed by General Malik and Mrs. Malik to us, we always view him as a father figure to his men and their families. Today marks the fourth occasion that we are fortunate to receive his blessings in person here in Palampur. Thank you so much, sir. Although Saurabh had just 4 months of service in the army, his unit 4 JAT, officers at the military station Holta and the adjoining regions have never left us alone. Army never forgets and Army never leaves anyone behind. This we all know. But Army doesn't even leave the families behind. This is what we have experienced since 1999. We have experienced the immortal bonds created right from the days of IMA till today and forever. Everyone in my family shall forever stay indebted to the Indian Armed Forces, the unwavering and unconditional support and warmth given to us. It brings a debt of gratitude so immense that we can never hope to repay it. I have shared my family's journey in words, leaving the IMA and 4 JAT experiences to the other distinguished speakers to narrate. Words can never fully capture our emotions, and I sincerely apologize if mine have fell short at any point. This book captures the journey of a young boy from a very simple middle class family aspiring to join the armed forces, making it a reality and creating history forever. Thank you so much. Jai Hind.